Record to the cloud. All right, and we are starting. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Getting Started Zoom with our team, the BIT Group. For those of you who don't know, BIT stands for Billionaires in Training. So that's our team name. It's been a legacy name in my family for probably over 3 decades now. So you are a part of the BIT Group within Revo Rideshare. So our team is really growing. And I believe you don't just sign people up, but you have to have a heart to want people to be successful. What I want for myself, I want for other people. So once people join the team, we definitely want to get them started and moving along. So I've done 2 other getting started Zooms. I've recorded them and have sent them out in the email, but I figured it was time for another live one. So that is why we are here today. Let me see who's in the house. We got Georgia, Chicago representing, North Carolina with Sharon, Georgia with Kelly. Hello, Elkanah. We have South Carolina. Hello, Eloise. We've got May in Boston. Awesome. All right, Yolanda from the West Coast, Sacramento in the house. Amanda V. I was wondering who AV was. Atlanta is in the house. Charlotte, North Carolina. Awesome, awesome. And I'm continuing to let people in. All righty. So I've got my handy dandy 7-figure notebook here with my notes of what we're going to go over today. So we're going to be covering, first I'm going to start just sharing with you the vision, a little bit about the Revo story. We'll talk a little about the comp plan and its potential. Then we're going to get into some marketing. You know, how do we get the word out and start sharing this? We'll talk some technical things as far as like back office to help you to navigate through that. And then we'll talk about opening up your city and getting a check as soon as possible. We should have some time for some questions as well. And definitely, let's see, who can I acknowledge today? Samaria got approved to be a rider, and she already took her first ride. Samaria, have you had 1 or 2 rides so far? Drives that you've done? I don't know if she can unmute and talk, but I know we got some.
I'm sorry, I have 1 ride.
Awesome. So she's done a ride so far and more to come. Who else do we have out there? I've taken 2 rides. I was in Tampa. Tampa is an open city. So I took rides while I was in Tampa. Is there anybody else here who's a driver or a rider? If not, that's something that we're definitely going to talk about because you want to make sure you use the service. And you want to make sure you start getting people in your area or in open areas to use the service. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So let me go back and let's talk about the Revo story. I just want you all to know how we got started here at Revo. So you're going to see quite often from the CEO, Paul Michael. In fact, every Monday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, Paul Michael does I think they call it like a coffee launch party. So wherever you are, just come with your cup of coffee, relax. You listen to him chat and just talk about, give you some updates and where we're headed and recognize cities and things of that nature. So that's every Monday at 12 noon. Once you sign up, you should be on the list for you should be on the list to get emails. If you're not, make sure that you've emailed support@revoride.com. That's support@revoride.com, and that is going to give you your put you on the list so that you get the emails at the beginning of every week. We do get a list of meetings, right, for the whole week. So I may put some in our chat group. You may get some emails from me, but you should be getting the schedule from the company. If you're not, go ahead and email support@revoride.com and tell them that you want to be on the list. So Revo has been going now for about 5 months. We've been taking rides for about 5 months. And I can't remember when this was, but let's say last winter, there was a snowy day in Utah, and our CEO, Paul Michael, needed a ride to the airport. Now, Paul has been in business with partners. They've built billion-dollar companies. They've had been very, very successful. You all will get to know Tony Swantek. He's going to be one of your billionaire business partners. He's built $3 billion companies in the last 4 years. So he's really gifted. Well, anyway, Paul was needing a ride to the airport. So he booked a rideshare ride with Uber. And if everybody could do me a favor and just make sure that you stay muted out, I'm going to mute all so we have no background noise. I would appreciate it. So he was taking a ride and he got into the car, and the ride cost him like 240 some dollars, I think 260 some with tax with the tip. And he asked the driver, he said, hey, listen, you had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, you had to brave the weather, it's snowy, it's icy, how much are you getting for this ride? And she proceeded to tell him she was getting $95. And he was like, what? I paid 260 some dollars for this ride, and you had to come out in the cold, and you had to come out at 4 o'clock in the morning, and all you're getting is $95. Something is wrong with that picture. Well, I want you all to understand that money is only an idea. And when you have been in business before, like Paul has not just been in business, but has built mega companies, and he had and still has a restaurant delivery service. They built up that business and sold like a third of it to restaurant.com, another 2/3 to another company, got like millions and millions of over tens of millions of dollars. And so he said, this is technology. All of this is technology. We can do this, and we can do ride share better so that the drivers are getting a better experience and the people are getting a better experience. And so that's the story of how the idea happened. And here we are now, sometime later, and about 5 months ago, we actually started taking rides. So the technology got put in place. The developers came on the scene to develop the app. It's basically an app. Of course, you need people to start promoting. And so here we are today with a phenomenal idea. So I want you all to understand that we are now doing what some other companies have tried to do. Of course, Uber and Lyft, they're the granddaddy, of them all. They got rideshare started 9 years ago, multi-billion, like deca-billion-dollar companies. Uber is taking 25 million rides a day. So that lets you see how big rideshare is. It's a huge, huge market. But the time is right for other rideshare companies to come onto the scene. And it's so right for us now doing rideshare differently. Uber drivers are disgruntled because their pay is being cut while the consumer is paying more. And now, after 9 years, the shareholders for Uber are like, okay, it is time for us to start making some more money here. And so that's some of the reasons that Uber has made the business decisions that they've made to cut the pay of the drivers. So with all that background information, I'm just saying that to say, with our company, Revo, coming on the scene, charging the riders less 80 to 90% of the time, paying the drivers more, and being the first rideshare company on the blockchain, it's like a breath of fresh air. So I took my first Revo ride in Tampa about 2 months ago or so. And the gentleman said, I'm making $11 for this ride. If I was on my Uber app, I would only be making 7. So he was excited that he was making that additional income because of being on the Revo app. And he told me, he said, I've already have signed up 10 Revo riders today. And at that time, I was just getting started. I didn't understand. I was like, how? Like, how did you sign up Revo riders? Like, how are you doing it? He said, when the Uber riders get into my car, I have this, and he pointed on the back of the seat was a flyer with the QR code that they could scan. And so he tells them about Revo, and he gets them to become Revo riders right then. So he was like, so I tell them, hey, the next time you're taking a ride book through Revo, because chances are you'll pay less and the drivers are happier because the drivers make more. So that was my first Revo experience 2 months ago, actually taking that ride. I took 2 rides in Tampa. So understand now with the vision of this, Paul Michael's vision. I mean, we're not here to do anything small. Now, we're not saying we got to knock off Uber or knock off Lyft. I mean, those are huge, huge companies. All you need to make 10,000, 20,000, even more a month is a small part of the market share. And so that's what we're talking about now. How can we claim our part of the market share to make you really good extra money and serve the rideshare community in a better way so that riders are having a better experience? They can potentially have a safer experience because they will be able to choose their favorite driver and know who their driver is, which can't be done with Uber. Drivers are happier and riders like that because they are making more money. I want you all to see on my Facebook today, I posted a video of a driver, Mario from Texas. He's in the Galveston area, and he had a bunch of ladies in the car last night. They were so excited, chanting Revo. He was taking them on one of the ghost ride little excursions they have there. And so our drivers are happier because they make more money. So the vision is to take an idea and to turn it into something massive where it's power to the people and not to the shareholders. If you're taking notes, and you should be, write that down. Power to the people and not to the shareholders. So in this idea of rideshare, this is about Gabriel and Samaria and Sharon and Harry and Elkanah and Kelly being able to make money, not just the ride share company itself. And why is that? Well, right now it's free to join. I don't know if they'll ever change it, but it costs nothing to sign up. And that's beautiful. So it's easy to sign other people up. And every time a driver signs up on your link, for every drive that driver makes, for the life of that driver driving for Revo, they're tied to you. You're going to get paid for every drive. That's power to the people. But remember, we drivers need riders, right? They need people doing business. So thank you, Samaria. She wrote in the chat. That's right. Power to the people, not the shareholders. That's what it is. Now, as you sign up riders, well, guess what now? For every single ride that rider takes, for the life of that rider, every time a rider gets into a Revo car, you are going to get paid. I want y'all to think about that. I don't know about y'all, but like I literally was losing sleep over that idea. I was losing sleep over that idea because for me, it was like, oh my goodness, I'm home doing whatever it is that I do with my grandkids, with my family, building my business, off on vacation somewhere, whatever. And now I'm making money from all these rides being done wherever across the country. Just think about that for a moment, y'all. Just imagine even when we go international. I was like, wow, I'm here and rides are going to be being done in Australia and I'm getting paid. Rides are going to be being done in Ghana, maybe even Nigeria one day, and I'm getting paid. It's just like the prospects of that is so exciting. But even before we go international, just think, guys, when people take ride share, it's nothing you have to remind them to do because they need to get to work. They need to get to the doctors. They need to go to wherever they're going, right? So, and it's not like a auto ship that they're going to cancel because there's nothing coming out of their account every month. It's just, hey, I need to take a ride. I want to save money. I like this rideshare company. Let me book through my Revo app and you're getting paid. If there's anybody besides me that can get excited about that idea, unmute real quick and just let me know if that's something that the prospects of getting some rideshare income coming in. Is that exciting to you all or what?
Me,
This
me,
is
me, me, me,
crazy.
me.
This is
Yes.
Yes, yes,
awesome,
exciting.
Isn't
Yes,
that awesome?
phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm telling
absolutely.
you. And let me tell you, I've heard that there have been some other companies that have tried to do this in the past, but they haven't been successful in doing it. It was like one of my friends said, "Oh yeah, I was part of a company and they were going to do this and we were promoting hard for, 6 months and it never got started." We're already started. This is really exciting. So this isn't like, oh, it's going to be, it already is. And now it's just about us spreading the word to make it bigger, to get it to be a household name, to get it going in our cities. Now, that part is up to us. It's not up to the company because remember, this is a decentralized platform. It's up to us as individuals, as entrepreneurs to get this going in our own areas. So if you have leadership within you, don't wait for somebody else to bring it to your city. Like you bring it. It's just a matter of making a decision and making it happen. I'm going to talk a little later about how to exactly do that. So I want you to understand. So the vision, like I want y'all to buy into, oh my gosh, I can make $10,000 a month or more from rideshare. Now there is an image going around that I want you to have on your phone so that you can look at it. And I want you to print it out and put it somewhere so you can see. And it shows how to make $10,000 a month with Revo. How to make $10,000 a month with Revo. And that was the image that really got me like excited because I was only focused on the blockchain side of things. I came in through Connect. Revo is one of the blockchain projects underneath the Connect umbrella, and I was just selling nodes. I went to a meeting, I heard about Revo, but I was so focused on the big money of selling nodes and the rewards I was earning every day, I wasn't thinking about actually doing the Revo business. But I'm a red personality type. I'm money motivated, like helping people as well. But when it got clear and I saw on that image $10,000, if you sign up 100 drivers, each of them do X amount a day, that's $2,000 a week. And then you sign up X amount of riders, and that equals $10,000 a month. Then I was like, wait a minute, I can do that. Who can't use an extra $10,000 a month? Like, let me get with what's going on with Revo and add that in as an income stream. So for me, that was about 2 months ago that I started doing that. And so I am all in, hook, line, and sinker, getting more and more excited each day, expanding this. And I want you all to buy into the vision because, I mean, all of us can be making 5 figures a month. So I know some people are like, I don't even need that much. Can I get an extra 1,000? So whatever it is for you, right? Whatever it is that you want. Earl Nightingale said success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. And a worthy ideal is whatever is worthy to you. It may just be $300 to loosen up the belt, $500 for your car payment, $1,000 to help pay off your mortgage early, or $10,000 to, help you to accumulate more crypto or something. Who knows? But my point is that the owner here has a big vision. He's giving us a chance to expand this and to make money. And even drivers love the fact that they can make money now, even when they aren't driving. So because of the leverage that this business model provides, drivers are like, wait a minute, I know other rideshare drivers. You mean I can get paid when other drivers drive? Absolutely. And drivers are saying, I can get paid when other riders ride, and they're not even in my car. Absolutely. So just know, guys, this is huge. It's exciting. So the compensation plan, and Johnny says she can use some of that residual. We all can, right? We should want more residual income in our life. We all have residual bills we pay over and over every month. So let's get some residual income. And people use rideshare over and over, so it will be residual. So in the compensation, I'm going to kind of tell you what it is, but I want you to know that it is being enhanced even more so in the upcoming weeks. So right now, for every rider that signs up on your link, when that rider gets into a car, you're going to get $1 every single time that rider rides. And for every single time that a driver drives who you sign up on your link, you're going to get 20 cents every single time that driver drives. So there's a video, and if you're in my chat, you should see these videos if you're friends with me on Facebook. So I shared Danny Gassamy. He's someone in our success line. He was in the car with the Uber driver, and he was asking him, like, how many other drivers do you know? He said, oh, about 20, 25. And how many rides does the average driver take a day? Oh, they take about 25 rides a day. So somebody do me a favor. I want you to get out your, let's do this, get out your calculator. So the guy knows, let's say 25 other drivers, right? And they take about, he said, let's just keep it low, 20 drives a day. So that's about 500 drives times getting 20 cents a drive. That would be $100 a day that driver could be making from sharing this with just 20 of his friends. That could be almost $3,000 a month from him not driving. From him not driving. When he heard that, he was like, what? Are you serious? And that's just from the personal referrals. That's not even when those drivers that he referred tells others who tell others. Is that good or is that great, y'all? Let me know in the chat. Is that good or is that great? That leverage. So he was quite excited about that. Gail, I'm going to get to your question so you can see your enrolled people, but that is great, y'all. I'm telling you. So people get excited. Sometimes when you do the math on the calculator and you see for yourself, like, oh my goodness. So get that flyer showing how to do the $10,000 a month. So what the CEO, Paul Michael, is doing is he said, well, the people who are out here spreading this, because this is the most important thing to promote, I want to put even more money in their pockets. So in the upcoming, I'm going to say 30 days, it may be less. You may even see an enhancement in that 20 cents. Now, 20 cents, y'all, just by itself, 2 dimes may not seem like a lot, but when you start duplicating that, and when it's not you doing anything for it, or you did something for it one time, and now people are out there making a livelihood for their family, doing these rides to earn extra income, but because you told them about it, ka-ching, 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 every time they drive, you're getting paid. I'm telling you, guys, that is powerful, powerful, powerful. So no, the compensation plan is being enhanced, but I just want you all to understand as you share this vision with others, not only are you getting paid from people that you sign up on your link perpetually for the life of that driver and the life of that rider, but you are also getting the leverage because there's more money when they tell people who tell people who tell people. Those of you who've been in network marketing, you understand geometric progression. Let's get that going. That's like you tell a few, and as that thing spreads, you may tell 3, those 3 tell 3, that's 9, 9 becomes 27, 27 becomes 81, 81 becomes 243, right? After that, it just keeps on going. So there's so much potential here. Now let's get into how do we share this? Well, first, let me answer Gail's question before how we share. Once you get your link, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to go and show you. So you go to your portal by going to portal.revoride.com. So write that down, portal.revoride.com. And then when you get in, you will see your direct referrals here. So this is Daryl's account and 23 direct referrals. If you click on network. So when you first come, you'll be at home and you'll see your link right here. If you want to change the ending of your link, because in the beginning is going to be just random letters and numbers, you can click on this pin and then put in that field what you want your referral code to be, your customized referral code. All right. And a QR code, if you want to put your QR code on your marketing materials, you just click that little QR code symbol, download it to your device by clicking on download. Okay. And then marketing tools, you just are under marketing tools. So here's where you will find your flyers, your business cards, your postcards. So I went to Staples and got them printed out on Staples. I didn't know how to put my QR code on here, so I had a friend to do that for me if you want her information, because you don't know either, because I don't know how to use Canva that well. So she did that for me. So I got my postcards and I got some flyers printed out. So all of these are already in your back office. But if you got some ideas, you want to say things a different way or whatever, feel free to make up your own. And in some of the chats, we have drivers and people who are promoting who share what they are using. So feel free to get ideas from other people. But look around here, just make sure you click on everything. Here's compensation information, official marketing materials. Here are some memes you can post out to show places where we are open. So that's good for social media. So just look all through there in the back office. And then under network, because I've had some people say, oh, I don't see my people. I sign them up, I don't see them. Well, you have to click on network. It doesn't show on the homepage. And there you will see the direct referrals. So those are people that you personally signed up. You will see the indirect referrals, and that would be your downline. So all the information is going to be right here. And I would definitely say most people are not self-starters. So when people sign up, you have their contact information here. So greet them, send them a text. You can send an email as well, but people are right there on their phone, so they more readily check their text messages. Make sure that they are, welcome them to the team. Sometimes you'll know them. Like most of these 3 people right here, I have no clue who they are, but I made posts on social media, and in my stories and in my reels and in my posts, I put out my link. So these people have signed up. So I'm going to send them a message welcoming them, getting them on my email list and helping them to get started. So when you click on network map, that shows you in a different format the people you have signed up and the people that they have signed up. So Gloria just signed up the other day, and I look here, she signed up 2 days ago. Already she's signed up Carlos, Marilyn, Laminga, and Odessa. So that network map will help you with that, okay? And then you'll be able to look down here and you can see level 1, how many people you have, level 2, how many people you have. So it's all right there in your back office. So then you can just click on these other tabs. I'm going to kind of move quickly so I can go from that. But the main thing is to be able to see where the people are. You want to make sure that people are in your back office. And when I say make sure, meaning if they sign up on your link, they're going to be there. If you don't see them, is nothing with the company, is that they actually didn't do it. Every time someone signs up, you're going to get an email. You're always emailed when they join, and then you see them in the back office, okay? So another thing I want to show you that I have is a marketing system. So when I went to West Palm Beach and I first heard about when I first heard about Revo. Let me go here. I met a lady named Juana, and Juana makes marketing systems. And she shared the marketing system, and I was like, oh man, I like that, because now I don't have to do the talking. The system can do the talking for me. And I knew I was going to do this in a way where over the months, I'm going to build this thing out to make a lot of money. So $49 a month was a small amount for me to pay for a marketing system like this. So if you go to mydonesystem.com, mydonesystem.com, somebody put that in the chat, please, for everyone else. mydonesystem.com. You can read up and learn about the marketing system, so you can decide if you would like this to help you to promote. Okay, I would suggest that you get it because it makes things so much easier. So let me pull up my site. So writingwithrevo.com is one of the domain names I got. So I got this domain name, and on this site, attached to my link, I chose a non-opt-in page. So people don't have to put in their information, and the person can just choose whether they want driver, rider, or rep. So like if somebody said they wanted to be a driver, there's a video that speaks to drivers, and there's information there, and they can click get started
Attention
today.
rideshare drivers. Are you frustrated with shrinking pay, lack of pay transparency, deactivation without clear cause, and missing out on surge pricing and airport runs?
So you see, when you click get started today, it leads them right to your referral page. And this is where people sign up. So your referral link that Revo gives you is this. So right now, when you're signing people up, if you don't have the marketing system, they're not seeing a video or anything unless you've sent it to them. They're just going straight here to this page and signing up. The first 2 weeks I was promoting, that's all I had. And then I said, wait a minute, let me get the marketing system, because a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So they can see the video, and the videos are so compelling, and they've done short videos done in a great professional way. I started signing up even more people because people do want information. So you just saw the non-opt-in page. And then on Daryl's account, which I'm promoting that, like I signed up 100 people on my link. Now I'm doing 100 people on his link. So that domain name is getrevorides.com. And so I chose the page from the marketing system that actually captures people's information. So it's a opt-in page. So when you have this on your marketing system and people opt in, now they're put into the autoresponder, so that every day, if they haven't signed up at first, they're getting dripped on with professional emails to keep the Revo message and you in front of them. Okay. So you've got options, and I would suggest, if you were going to build this, get the marketing system. I know I was talking to Gabriel yesterday. He was like, oh, I'm in. Yeah, I'm signing up and definitely getting the marketing system. So that's something that I would suggest. I'm looking to chat and see if there are any more questions before I move on. Yeah, so the videos come within the marketing system. Yes, they're already there. Can we get them without the system? No, you cannot get them without the system. Wanna, so this doesn't come from the company. There was a young lady who's a marketer. She created this system. She put in the money and the time, the development to make this system. So she doesn't just give them out free. This is like her business is what she does. So, but there are videos online that you can use. So let's look at that. So if you go to, let's just go to YouTube. All right, so let's go to YouTube. And if you search, let's just search Revo, Paul Michael. So if you go to Paul's, let's look for his name. So if you look here, you can see, like, if you get a video from right here, this is Lisa's site. If you go down to Paul Michael right here. This is his site now. You can subscribe to his YouTube channel. So this video is a video that you can share, but I only share this one if a person is kind of familiar with blockchain technology and understands about the digital assets and rewards. But this is a great short video if a person, fits within that for just under 4 minutes. Here's a client welcome. I like this video when people sign up. You can send this. This is Paul Michael welcoming people to Revo. So just look through here. Like if you search for something on YouTube and you like it, you can go ahead and use it. If I were you, if you're really going to market, you see how people are adding videos to their own YouTube channels. They're making their own videos. Let me show you. Let me go to my channel and show you what I've done. Understand that YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, right? Second largest search engine in the world behind Google. So this is where people go when they go to search. So if you're going to be sharing content, I would say that YouTube is a great place to share. So I had the idea of getting into the church market. So let me see what's more. Oh, so
wasn't going to work if I was just trying to throw money at it.
Oh, that was last week's video. That's not what I want. But anyway, my point is definitely you want to get on. Posting on YouTube would be a good thing to do. Angel Medina has signed up probably 1,000 people from YouTube, like hundreds and hundreds. I was looking because I made a video. I don't know where it is. Maybe it's under shorts. I made videos talking about the church market. So that's somewhere on here as well. Oh, here, because Revo rideshare can help you revolutionize church funding. So you can use that if you want to. You can go here. I have another one. It's 5 minutes long. Revolutionize church fundraising. Launch a free to join Revo rideshare platform to support your ministry or whatever. So just know if you are sharing somebody else's video and they're promoting their link, you tell your friend, I'm going to send you some information, but don't sign up on that person's link. I'm going to send you my own link. So, that's the risk you take if you're sharing somebody else's content. But if it's your friend, they shouldn't go around you. So it's up to you. But the best thing to do is to create your own if you want to get into that. Okay. So, so the point to all that was there's other content that you can search for and share online, but the best thing to do is to get the marketing system. Okay. All right. So let's see. Support. Write down support's email, support@revoride.com. If somebody puts in a wrong email and needs to change it when they're signing up, you want to email support. I see your hand. Talene, I think your hand's raised. You can
And before you get too far gone,
yeah, go ahead.
I don't want you have to backtrack too much. My question was good afternoon to everyone. My question was when you went to the section about the compensation. I was trying to understand the compensation. I was trying to understand how do you hit those particular ranks that are there.
Yeah.
And how that works, because it doesn't really say that on the compensation chart.
It's all changing. So I wouldn't even worry about that now. I have no clue. I've never even heard about the ranks. They're back there. They don't even talk about them. So they're redoing all of that. So when they come out with the new announcement, then we can get into that.
Okay.
But I'm glad that you're looking forward. Like, how do I move up? Right? How do I get to those ranks? And I even seen that there's like a pool as well that we'll get to share in. So no, there's a lot of potential here, guys. So they're doing some things to add even more money to those of us who are promoting. Drivers are still going to make more than the other ones, but they're trying to say us who are really promoting. Most of the people on my team so far are promoters. How can we make more money? They're going to make sure even more than we get now. So any more questions before I move on about anything I've already said? Going once, going twice. Let me look at the chat.
Check your chat.
Okay, so right now we're getting paid through Venmo, and I'm sure there will be other ways. I would be very surprised if it wouldn't be cryptocurrency in the future, but right now it's being through Venmo. So you can set up a Venmo account. Venmo is kind of like the sister to PayPal. So that's how you do that. Okay. All righty.
And I didn't hear how much you said the system costs per month.
The system is $49 per month. $49.99 per month.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And remember, it's a business expense. It is a tax deduction, so you can write that off on your taxes. So support@revoride.com is the number you need for anything for support. Lisa is in support. If you need to reach her directly, she answers the support emails, but there's this Lisa@revoride.com as well. The CEO is Paul@revoride.com. And so I just showed you all the back office. Now, when you join, I have an email list for my personals and anybody else on the team who wants to be a part of my email list. So what I've done is I send out the link to the people who are my personals, and I tell them, if you want your people to be on my email list or if they want to be on there, go ahead and make sure they know about it, because I have a getting started email that goes out right away with the links to the chat groups to join, the Facebook groups, recordings of past getting started Zooms, the one last week for our project Get a Check Road to 1,000 Rides. So I'd like to make sure that I'm staying in communication with everyone. So welcome.ridingwithrevo.com. Again, look up here, welcome.ridingwithrevo.com. If somebody puts that in the chat, that leads you to my welcome video, and where you put in your name and your email to get onto my email list. Okay, so again, your people will get a welcome video, or you put in name and email. But once you've done this, you're not done, because I got a lot of people, like 15 people I saw subscribe yesterday, and it's still pending, because you're going to get an email and you've got to go to your email and click on the link to confirm your subscription. So if you do not confirm the subscription, you will not get emails. So this is the first step right here, going to welcome.ridingwithrevo.com to subscribe to my list. And then you have to go into your email to click on the link in order to actually confirm your subscription.
Hey, Bunmi, can I make a suggestion for you?
Sure.
Looking at that, and this could just be my graphic web mind, since that's one of the things that I do. I probably would add to that front page, please make sure that you confirm your email so that you can receive, because most people think that when they sign up for email listings, they don't have to confirm, they don't have to do the opt-in type of situation. But if you put that on the front, at least it gives them the information up front, because sometimes people just don't read. But
Yes.
I would probably put it really big somewhere. Please
Right.
make sure that you check your email so that you can opt in to receive emails, because if you don't, you will not receive emails even though you did this part. So I probably would add that somewhere, just so that, at least
no, that's
it's on there.
Right. No, that's a great idea. On the message that I send people to actually go there, I do have that written out for them and tell them exactly what to do. But even having it here, in case they just click on the link and don't read it in the text, is a great idea. So, and saying as though I don't do graphics, I'll have to tell my graphics, the person who set the page up, to do that for me, because I wouldn't have a clue.
Yes, ma'am.
when you don't know how to do stuff technically online, guess what? You pay for somebody. So there's no
Yeah.
excuse to pay somebody. So that's what I have to do.
True, this is true.
Thank you for that suggestion. That was good. Okay, so next in I want to be off here within the next 9 minutes. How to open up your city and how to get the rides going in the current cities. This is where the rubber meets the road, guys, here. We don't make money for signing people up. There are no fast start bonuses because the cost is zero, right? So it's free. That's why it's easy to sign people up. Get it in your head that it's so easy that you sign up people on a daily basis. There is no barrier to entry at all. So when a person signs up, that's great, but you're not going to make money until these rides get started. That's why you got to have a vision of, on one hand, a longer term vision to build this thing out, but also ask yourself, how can I make the most money in the shortest amount of time? How can I get this out to more people in a short period of time to get these rides going? So one thing that came to me was talk to centers of influence and get the church market going. The church itself could be an ecosystem of rides getting going. I did a meeting on last Monday with 16 bishops and pastors. It went really well. And all of those on there were entrepreneurial minded. And like 3 of them yesterday called me. They're ready to go. So I did that through another bishop I knew. So I knew a bishop in Texas, and then he reached out to his people and asked me to do the presentation for them. So find the cities that are open. And in last week's Zoom, Jeff showed, and in the week before that, he showed how to use your app to find out if the area or the zip codes in an open area are being serviced. So all of us should have the app downloaded. Go to your app store and download the Revo app, whether you're in an open area or not, because you can still open up the app. So let's say if you're in Maryland where we're not open, but you want to see if an area in Houston is open. So you can still go to the two, like you're taking a ride from an address to an address. And as long as if the dollar amount comes up of how much it costs, that means we're taking rides in that area. If it's not available, rides aren't available in that area, it'll say not available. So right now, we want to be doing two things. We want to be sharing with our friends in the open areas, Tampa and Orlando and West Palm Beach and Fort Lauderdale and Jacksonville and Houston and Dallas and Galveston and Atlanta and Raleigh and Durham. So there are 41 cities that are open, right? We all know someone or someone's in those open cities. Our biggest job is to increase awareness about Revo and let people know there is a new rideshare company in town that's doing things better. We're paying the riders where the riders pay less and the drivers make more. That's the whole platform. The riders pay less, drivers make more. So this is what I tell people like in Maryland as I'm promoting and handing out my cards or whatever. I'm letting them know that there is a new rideshare company on the scene. Somebody want to write this down, you can. I have something typed up that I can send you to. There's a new rideshare company on the scene, and it's not in our area yet, but I'm working for it to open up here in the next 90 days. So I'm out creating awareness about this new rideshare company. Do you or anyone you know, have you or anyone you know ever been in an Uber or a Lyft? Everybody knows somebody that has taken rideshare before. So if you're in an unopened market, or even if the market is open, you're still spreading awareness. So those are words that I use to let people know what I'm doing. A new rideshare company has come on the scene that's doing rideshare better. I'm out creating awareness about the company. We're hoping to be in the area within the next 90 days. and we're looking for drivers and riders. Do you or anyone you know ever drive for Uber or Lyft or take Uber or Lyft? Okay, so that's just a scripting that you can use. I also have a text script that I sent out to my friends. I was promoting in Jacksonville, 904. I went to my phone, found all the 904 people, and I sent out a text to them. But again, what are you doing? I want everybody to say, I'm creating awareness. What are you doing? Say creating awareness. Creating awareness. Creating awareness. Nobody knows about this. And nobody will know unless we tell them, because remember, this is power to the people. So this is the opportunity for us to participate in making money in rideshare. Revo is not going to open Baltimore. Revo is not going to open Charlotte. It is up to entrepreneurs in Charlotte, like us, entrepreneurs in Baltimore, like those of you who are from Baltimore, who say, I want to open my area. And let's talk about how you do this. Now, if you go to, I'm going to share my screen one last time as we end. I want you all to really learn how to use on Facebook the search field, right? If you go to Facebook and if you go into one of the groups that you should be in, Revo, Rideshare, Unite, and you want to search for like what cities are open, right? See that little search bar here? Well, let me do first how to open my city. Click on how to open my city. And then everything that has to do with how to open my city will come up. So right here, how to launch your city with Revo. You can also email the company too to let them know your intentions of what you want to do, but they're basically going to tell you what's here. So you need 10 fail-safe drivers. Those are drivers who are actually committed to the vision of Revo, who will maybe go out of their way to take drives, to go out of their way to take drives, to take shorter drives that maybe traditionally drivers don't want to take. But these are the people who say customer service is vitally important. I want to make sure that, you know, my area gets good customer service. So those are 10 fail-safe drivers. That's what they are called. So 10 or more. You can have more, but you want at least 10. Now, you can't open up a whole state at one time. So it's done by zip codes, right? So you may have 2 zip codes in an area, or depending if your city is small or whatever, it could be 3 or it could just be 1. So we open up zip codes at a time to make sure that people are getting serviced well. So it's easy to open up a city when you make the intention to do so. It's just a personal decision, and it's getting drivers on board, determining the area that you want to open it up in, and starting to promote for riders. Here's something that's important to understand. As you sign up drivers, please let them know that this is not an Uber situation where you can just turn on your app and then the rides are going to start coming in, because nobody hardly knows about this yet. That's why we want to tell people about this all over, because we need to create awareness so that there are more people who have downloaded the app that will take the rides from the drivers. Now, right now, most of the drivers joining are entrepreneurial minded drivers. And so they already drive for Uber and Lyft. So they on a mission. These drivers, like every day, they are turning their Uber riders and Lyft riders over to Revo. When they get in their car, they got their QR codes on the back of their seat. They're having a conversation, and they're just signing up lots of riders from Uber and Lyft. All right. So that's one way that they're doing it, besides being out promoting. So the other thing you can do to find out if an area is open here when you go into the group as well is when you click on share, click map of, put map of, and then it'll show you map of Houston. So this is kind of like the areas in Houston that are being serviced. Map of Sacramento, where we are live. Map of Orange County. Map of Dallas. But don't just go by this. If you want to know specifically, if you have a person who wants to know specifically, oh, is this open like in my area? Like, can it take me from my house to the airport? You have them to download the app and put it in and see, or you download the app so you can see as well, because you should get to know how to do the app. Map of Gainesville. So you just put map of Omaha, Nebraska. Map of, that's Phoenix, Arizona. So a lot of different places, but not enough where we are open, and it's up to us to spread the word. Okay. You can also use this group here for if you have questions as well. And in the chat that I have on Messenger, blockchain, connect blockchain enthusiasts. So let me see if there's anything else. So we know, you know how to get into your back office, portal.revo ride. You know, my done system is where you get the marketing system. You know how to get the information in the group of how to open your city. And how you make money now will be by getting rides going now in the cities that are open now. So you've got a longer term vision of opening your city and then spreading the word and getting the rides going all over, then eventually internationally as well. We're right here today. We're Project Get a Check. It's how do I get a check today? Oh, get my friend in Jacksonville to take a ride. Get my aunt in Gainesville to take a ride. Get somebody in Houston to take a ride. And one more tip, I would get to know some of the riders in the area. We've got some of the drivers in the area. Because I have certain drivers that I'm starting to meet. And so if I have a friend in Atlanta and she's going to take a ride, I like to introduce her to a driver, like introduce her to Jeff or introduce her to Isaac and let them know she's going to be scheduling so they can pick it up. And they like that personalized service. So in the beginning, while we're small, that's something that, you know, can be done. There's groups on, if you want to be a captain, someone who's committed to opening up your area, there's a captain's club on WhatsApp, and you can join that and have conversation all day with other drivers, and you can see their ideas and what they're doing and how they're getting their cities going. So that's what I have for you this morning. That's my hour. Do we have any questions from anybody? Unmute. If I know the answer, I will give it to you. If I don't know the answer, I'll point you in the right direction.
Is it possible, Bunmi, that we can get that link to the captain's
Yeah,
chat?
let me see. Let me see if I can get the link or if I just have to add you.
And then the other question I have is, what was it? I put it in the chat. Oh, the information that the drivers are putting on their seats, on the back seats to, you know, talk and start the conversation about them becoming a customer on Revo. Do you know where we can find that? Because I was kind of looking for that this week so I could give it to my drivers and kind of try to get them, you know, because a lot of them are driving for Uber and Lyft. And so I know that, you know, I've been telling them, okay, you want to, you know, I know you're talking to your people when they get in the car anyway. So, you know, this is a great segue of conversation because it'll already be on the back seat. But I was looking at what Jeff posted in the Atlanta group for the drivers the other day and how he has his marketing materials even on his windows, kind of seated in the windows. And people walking by, you know, parking right in the front of the restaurant or the store or whatever, and they see this, you know, 8.5 by 11 sign in your window. People just nosy, so they kind of looked at it anyway. And then I love the fact that he put advertisement on the back of his window. I was also thinking about the signage that you can the magnetic signs that you can put on your car also, if people don't want to use the whole, you know, putting it on your windshield, but something that's a little more temporary. You can put it on and off without issues. But that was my question. I'm sorry, I'm
So I'm looking here in the chat, and I'll have to add you, but for some reason, I thought I had you in my contacts. Maybe I don't. But once you get in the group and somebody's in your contacts, then you can add them, and then admin will approve it. So I'm just gonna have to do that because I don't see a link here that I can send.
Yeah, I can. I don't know if you need me to send you my
Yeah,
number.
send me a text. So I'll
Okay.
have your number. Maybe I don't have you in my regular contact.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No, that's it for me. Thank you.
Excellent training, boo.
Bunmi? Oh,
Hey, who's that? Amanda?
this is Yolanda, but
Hi,
I
Yolanda.
think someone. Hey, so I would like to be added to that captain's one as well. And the question that I had was, you said that it doesn't work like Uber or Lyft, where they get a ding when they, when there's someone who needs a ride. So how are they informed that someone needs a ride?
No, what I mean by that is right now they do get a ding, they get a notification, but I'm saying that it's not automatic that just because they're a driver that now there's going to be hundreds of riders who are requesting rides. That's what I'm saying. Everybody knows Uber, so it's easy just to sign up an Uber and the rides will come in automatically. The point was that's not going to happen automatically because we got to get more people knowing about it. One day it will happen automatically, and there is a driver app. So every time a ride comes up, I mean, they get notified, somebody has to pick it up. But my point is we got to make it ding, right? That's the point. We have to tell people about it. Hey, y'all, you got to go to the airport. Don't use Uber anymore, Lyft. I'm part of a company that's promoting rideshare done better. Download this app, sign up, download this app, and only use Revo when you got a ride now. So that's the bottom line, guys. We got to get the word out and help to get the drivers the rides because they don't appear by itself. But remember, every time you sign up a rider, every time that rider rides, you're going to get paid. So, and then again, think about school.
I'm sorry. Hey, Bunmi, this is Derwin.
Hey, Derwin, go ahead.
All right. Hey, I just wanted to do a huge shout out to, I guess, Mr. Carton. He actually did his first ride in Michigan, and he went 35 minutes out of his way, another 35. So it took a whole hour just to kind of get back home. But that's what they call a fail-safe driver. That was his first ride. He downloaded the app. He saw it. He said, you know something? I'm getting out of my bed. I'm going to pick the person up. So, so just a huge shout out, Mr. Carton. But that's what's needed to actually build this platform and to build it big. Is some real serious drivers, some real serious builders, so we can actually disrupt this whole industry. And if it's up to me, it's up to be. If it will be, it's up to me. So the power is actually in your mouth. So that's why I just wanted to, make sure I give him a huge shout out just for, even though, he said, man, all I made is like, $15, he said, but you know something? He said, it's the content. I was like, hey, make sure you got the content, make sure you do a video, make sure you ask questions. And he actually put that content actually in the group. So just a huge shout out, to all the new members. And thank you, Ms. Bunmi, for actually having this call. You're a phenomenal leader. Back to you.
Thank you.
Bunmi, can you tell us about the free $5 coupon for riders?
Sure.
Come about?
Let me just say, I want to acknowledge Derwin before we move on, because Derwin is a major leader in the networking and business space, just business and in general. He has thousands of people on his team in his wellness business and is a great leader there. He's like, some people, everything they touch turns to gold, but he sees this, he sees the vision of it. So he's added this alongside of what he's currently doing. So Derwin, you're a man on a mission, and people need to follow your leadership. Absolutely. So he's out there, he's in the streets, he's met Jeff, he's out promoting, he's growing and supporting his team. So I appreciate you being on with us. Now, Miss Gail, and I think Gail's a part of his team. Yes, she is. That's right. That's Miss Gail, right? So you see this, it says $5 off 5 rides. A person puts in this promo code down here. Promo code Revo 5. And there's a place for it on the app when they're getting their ride, and it's going to give them $5 off of their ride for 5 different rides. So there'll be a total of 25 that they'll save. So they'll need that promo code right there.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I have a question
Yes.
for the drivers. Is there any way that a rider can request a specific driver?
So that'll be in the app in about 2 weeks. That's one of the unique things about us. So there's a feature called a favorite driver. So a rider can favorite a driver and request a specific driver. And the great thing is now, while we're small, that can still be done, but just more personal. Like, so I know if Marquina wants Jeff in Atlanta, well, because I know that driver, I can hook them up. Hell, Marquina wants to ride. She's going to book for Tuesday at 2. And so that way he can look and pick that right up. So now before it actually gets in the app, we can arrange that, ourselves personally. And that's easy to do. I've been doing that a lot. Oh, one important thing. I just thought about you, Gabriel, made me think of this. Right now, guys, have all your people to book before 10 p.m. or after 7 a.m. Because between that time of like 10 p.m. and 7 in the morning, since we're very small right now, drivers aren't just up in the middle of the night looking on their app for rides, because there typically will be none. Okay. And if a person schedules a ride while the drivers are asleep for early in the morning, it won't be picked up because they wouldn't have seen it. Okay. So right now, while we're creating this awareness before the swarms of people come in, have people, if they're going to book ahead of time, have it to be before 10 p.m. or after 7 a.m. because you don't want them doing it late at night, in the middle of the night, or else it's not going to be seen or picked up. Okay. All righty. Johnny said, how do you charge them for the rides? It's all in the app, Johnny. So the rider's not charging them. It's all with technology. It's all about the app. And guys, remember, technology with apps, there can be glitches sometimes. There can be things that go wrong. That's just technology, and it just has to get, kinks have to get worked out. Sharon asked for a script. Yeah, I'll text that to you, Sharon. And somebody else had a question?
Oh, that was me, Bunmi. So everybody that rides, it's the same concept as Lyft in the other one. It's the same concept. So the people that call for the rides, they have to download the app onto their phones to contact the people for the ride, just like Lyft and Uber.
And don't have people to download until they've signed up with you first, because that's what's going to connect them to you. So get them your referral link, have them to register. Then once they've registered on your link, then have them to download the app. If they do it the other way, then you're gonna have to call customer service and say, this person downloaded the app, but they're supposed to be mine, and they got to fix it and all that. So get a person to register first and then download the app. Again, all of us should have the app downloaded on our phone. All right, make sure we've got the app downloaded.
Okay, so they still, even when they want to get a ride, they have to book the rides between those hours, those certain hours, right?
Yeah, between 7
and
10 p.m.
in order for the ride to be available to them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, Bunmi, I did see that inside of your inside of the app, under your account profile, there is a place there that says who is the referral person's email address. And so you can put that person's email address in there after the fact. I don't know if that's the same thing that they're doing in customer service, if they help you, but I did see that in the app under the accounts portion of it. And because I noticed that my mom's email wasn't in there, even though I signed up through her link. I just went in and put it in there too, just to kind of make sure that it was
And we
good.
don't have to put that in there, but I've never noticed that. But that's something that's good that I would ask support, just to ask them. I mean, it's through the computer, she's tied to you, you're tied to her, or whatever. But still ask them that. Say, I noticed there's a field for their email. Does that need to be filled in? And the answer is no. But let's see, just see what they say.
Yeah, but I was just wondering if the person downloads the app ahead of time before
they do it.
And I'm saying you could go back and add that after the fact that this was the referral person for you.
Derwin, when it
Hey,
comes.
Bunmi, I can answer that. Matter of fact, Carton, true, I mean, excellent question. When a person, for some reason, let's say there's an ad that is ran and Revo is on it, and you actually kind of told them about it, but I guess you didn't probably send them the actual link to sign up, and they actually just went on and signed up on themselves. So that person at that point is actually tied directly to the company. Even if when they get ready to sign up and they say, what's that person's referral email, it's still not attached to you. You literally have to make sure you call corporate, which I had to do, is call corporate and have them, you have to email support. You have to email them your name, your telephone number, and the person's name that you're attached to and that need to be attached, from. So that's what you have to do, because if a person just went on and downloaded the app and just put that email address in the back, it's not going to attach them to you. But you have to email support and let them know that this individual, Carton, ID number, telephone number is attached to me. Could you please put him in my organization? And they would do it, pretty soon.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey guys, and listen, we're all kind of starting at the same time. I may be a couple of months ahead of you, and most of you are here, because of me or through me. But it doesn't mean that I know everything. I'm working on providing great leadership and being out front and sharing this. But I'm not I'm learning from Derwin. I can learn from Talene. We're all here together within a few months of each other. So know that everything falls and rises on leadership. So you can determine how far you want to go, the position you want to attain. When I say position, not just rank, I'm saying, do you want to be a leader in your area? Do you want to be a leader just within Revo? Then treat your business like a business. Take personal ownership of it. See it as your rideshare business that you are building out. Not just there's this thing that I'm going to see what happens. Probably nothing will happen. But if you set your intention, you set your goal, because remember, you can never hit a target you're not aiming for. So make a decision, decide what you want, and then plan your work and work your plan. Don't just leave it to osmosis, really be intentional. These are the ways I want to market. This is how I'm going to spread the word. Like Yolanda and her husband, they went down to the airport the other night to the cell phone lots and was talking to people until they got kicked out, right? And she got a couple of drivers.
We did.
Yeah.
But we got 3 drivers to sign up so far.
Awesome. So be intentional.
Bunmi,
Get out there. Go ahead, Yolanda.
just real quick, and you may not know this, but I'm just asking, or maybe someone else does. Do you know if they're going to have the little, how they have the little window stickers for the drivers that say Lyft and Uber, if we're going to have them that say Revo?
So I don't know where you get them from, but people have gotten them, but they don't come from the company. I guess people are going to sign stores or whatever, but
right on, I could do that. Okay.
I added you into that driver group. So
okay.
I'm for admin to come. So talk to the other drivers about that, because
Perfect.
they doing it up and all kinds of signages and stuff, and they'll let you know.
I know that's right. Yeah, we went to the sign place too, and they got excited about Revo, and so they're like, "What?" So yeah, they're going to be helping to promote. So the sign store down here. So yeah, we're doing it. We ain't playing, honey. No games, 0 games.
I love it. Yes. Hey, y'all, listen. You always hear me say, and Paul Michael, the CEO, says this too. that Revo is the first rideshare company on the blockchain. If you don't know what blockchain is, go to Google and say, what is blockchain technology? Just know that it's something significant. And for blockchains to run, they need nodes. So if you really see this company, you believe in it, you see it going far, you may want to be a node owner that helps to verify transactions on the blockchain. So I own a node, and I'm going to have more. So that means every single day on automatic, I receive about 3,000 digital tokens, 3,000 rewards every day from being a node holder, a node owner. So that's something you can find out more about. We will have riders riding, and they'll get, a digital reward that they can actually use for taking rides as they build up their digital rewards. And drivers, when they get like 5 stars reviews and things, they'll earn digital rewards that can be used for various things. But the greatest way, like the lady on the video says, the greatest way to earn the rewards is by being a node holder and participating in the blockchain. And I have, like, since I bought the Revo node, I've got over 200,000 Revo tokens. So that means in time, as the company does well, as it produces more revenue, as it becomes more of a household word, right now the token is at like between a penny, and 2, and if fluctuations like all digital currency does. But just imagine if it were $1 today, or $1 4 years from now, or even 50 cents. That would mean I would have over $200,000 in value that I could cash in. If it was just 10 cents, that would be over 20,000. So learning about the node side is something that you may want to do, because blockchain technology is changing the world. It's here to stay, and it's awesome that we are the first rideshare company on the blockchain. So learn more about that. All right, guys, I will see you all later. I got a 2 o'clock date with 2 of my girlfriends. So I will talk to y'all later. If you have any questions about anything, you need to reach out to me, 980-888-2000. All right. See you all later. Have a good day. And I will email this recording out. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Bunmi.
You're welcome. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.